Greetings, everybody. I hope you guys are doing good. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are blessed. Sanctified. No, not that word. Where that was going. Blessed, highly favored, and loved. Especially by me. Got my pillow. Hope you guys are doing good. It is Wednesday, I believe. How are you guys? Tell me about your days. Share with me. It was nice to get everybody replying to the one last night. It was wonderful, and I'm grateful for it. I don't know what happened to the sound, and I'm not gonna record it. So it is what it is. It's the last couple minutes, I believe. Whatever. So we'll just keep it short tonight. Hopefully, it's all right. I know I get on here and I just start talking. Guess I got a lot to say. Social butterfly, you know. Oh, I got some dark bags. Holy cow. Sleeping is not fun. As soon as I fall asleep, an hour or two, I have to get up and change clothes because my bed is soaked. I had to pull the stuff off the bed myself and put some blankets on it. I love you guys. Did I remind you of that? Did I not remind you of that? Did I remind you that I love you? I'm grateful for y'all. So today we will read John 18, number 17. I'm not even going to try to think of what was the high priest prayer. So now we're going to be in the garden, I believe. I think it was called the Garden of Gethsemane. Kidron Valley. I believe that's where it is. I need to look up some images of it to see what it looks like, just so I can get I need a wall with just nothing but maps and images of different areas. Oh man, oh, I would be so much in love with that. It's your. That was an interesting new noise. Hey, add a new one. Been watching all these little shorts on See, I start talking. Started watching all these little shorts on ADHD, and autism and stuff, which I've talked about this before, but even more so on the ADHD. And it's interesting when you need a dopamine fix and stuff, your mind is just, hey, hi, how are you? Let me cheer you up. Let me be your friend. Let me give you hugs. Let me pat you. Come on, let's go annoy other people, right? I'm losing my pillow. But the one thing I did learn today, and Jess has talked about this before, that with like Sam, he has an issue with executive function. It has something to do with the front of the brain. And a lot of ADHDers, autistic people, have a problem with the executive functioning in our brain. And I'm full on board with that because, yeah, everything I was reading on the list and stuff. Oh my goodness, yes. Explains so much. So much. Everybody's different and has this a little bit more, this over here a little bit less, and so. But it's just it's interesting how it all lines up. So it's good insight. Good insight. I need to watch that. There's a movie out with a lady that plays. Now I don't remember her name, but she autistic, and she was one of the most. I don't know if she's still alive, but very outspoken and stuff. Yes, I think she is still alive. Very outspoken. And she wound up being a scientist or something like that. But she had a fascination and love with cattle, not kettles. Had fascination with cattle. That was her happy thing and stuff. So it was just really cool. I need to sit down and watch that. Most definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it was a beautiful day out there. I didn't really step out there. If I step out there, I'll wind up seeing the stray cats and stuff, and I can't bend down. Cannot bend down. And trying to, what do they call it? Stoop down. Yeah, I ain't got brain function right now. Squat. When you squat down, I don't have the strength for it right now. I don't have the strength for it. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. I had to lift. Oh, I had bought some snacks before the surgery to make sure I, had snacks and stuff. And I'm looking at it, and it's like freaking garbage, all garbage. So I was taking some of it and throwing it away. And I grabbed the box of popcorn. I think I'll throw that away. I like popcorn. I know it's not great for you. Corn in general is not even close to good for you. But it was amazingly heavy for being a little box. And I look in the mirror right now, and it's like, oh boy, you look old. You look really old. Slouching. Got the man boobs down here, and oh, I need to get rid of the scruffs because it doesn't look good at all ever. But I'm just too tired to do it. I had offers for church friends to come over and help clean today, and I couldn't do it. Throwing up. The fever was bad. My sissy, she messaged me and was checking on me, so that was nice. Thank you, Barbarella. That was really nice. I appreciate that. It's nice to know that people are going to check on you. But yeah, and it's really hard letting other people come help you. I am so uncomfortable with it. It is, I would almost say it's a phobia. Now that I think about it, and I've been thinking about it all day, and it's like, man, I need the help. There's dishes sitting there and stuff. I'm trying to use only paper plates, but like silverware and coffee cups, I can't do anything at. And my dear boy Jay, taking care of the cats while I was gone, doing his job. But the cats, I put the wet food on the plate. I always have 2 big things of dry food, but like Fuzz, she won't eat dry food. Need to get her to the vet and get her checked on that, but she won't eat the dry food, so she only wants wet food. So the cats, I'll set 2 up on their island that they eat on, and it's already 7 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna talk. So there was plates everywhere with wet cat food dried on it and all that stuff, and so I'm out of a stack of plates that high. So now I'm using the small paper plates for the wet food, but got all those plates sitting there, and it's gross. And the beds need to be... I've got the bed in my bedroom, of course. And then I took a twin and put it out here in the living room so that I can lay here and watch TV. Try to avoid the bedroom because the mass amount of mold in there is horrible. So as soon as I'm in there, I'm within 15-20 minutes I'm coughing and on top of what's going on. So I put a twin out here, and it's they both need to be changed. Like I said, I put stuff on the bed in there, which that bed in there is awesome. It's the hospital bed that Steve gave me. His mother-in-law donated it to me after her husband passed. God rest your soul, Tom. You were a good man and a good soldier. So I have that. It's back goes up, feet goes up, all that stuff, vibrating, all that awesome stuff. It just needs some hoopty music to go with it, and undercarriage, and maybe some new rims. Maybe even have me a hoopty bed. But yeah, I'm still glad I still have a slight sense of humor. Otherwise, talking to everybody, I get this just a huge irritation in the back of me right now, and I'm like, no, that is not you. Stop. So it's just the pain and just kind of being stuck in the pain and being sick again, and again. So if I I talk to anybody and I'm short with you, I'm sorry. And if my face looks angry and stuff, my face always looks angry. But just know right now, I'm not mad in any way. Even with the stuff with the hospital, I'm not mad. Hurt. Still trying to figure out how I want to proceed with it. It's like it can't happen to other people. That nurse obviously does not like her job. She's there just for the money. I'm not even gonna get on that. But anyways, yeah. So I'm not mad. I'm not angry with anybody. So just know if I talk to you, and if I don't want to talk, I'm sorry. Emotions are, and then. And that's another thing with ADHD, and that's another squirrel moment, is that when you're talking, and not everybody does it, and not everybody understands it, is when you're explaining something or something like that, you're talking about noises and stuff and hand movements, and I'm like, oh, okay, I just thought I was a twerp, a goofball, a clown, a Robin Williams wannabe, but no, that's just part of the blessings of having a not neurodivergent brain. Attack of the Brain, coming to you live. And there it is. And I completely forgot where I was. So we'll just get right into reading. Betrayal and arrest of Jesus. Getting into it. And I remember we read last night about Peter. That just popped in my head. And I'm like, you know what? That's fitting. Because we all screw up. And we all look in the mirror. And we all hate ourselves at times. And I don't know if they had mirrors back then, but when you look in the water and get a reflection, I'm sure they had something to see their image. Or did they even care? But Peter have to look at himself in the mirror every day for the rest of his life, sitting there saying, I betrayed Jesus. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I betrayed the man of God. I walked away and I said, I don't know him. I walked away from God, and it broke my heart, but it broken his even more. So yeah, I mean, look, Judas, man set apart to take that fall. What did he do? He went and hung himself. His intestines and everything exploded out onto the valley where he hung himself, and that was called the Field of Blood, I believe it is. Purchased for 30 silver talents. Man, no way, no thank you. So, and I just said that yesterday just to say, we all do it. So, don't hate yourself. We have moments of dumb, stupid ideas, little one. Alright, we'll read. It's 13 minutes. Oh, gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. If I could just sit, maybe I just need to make 2 videos. And I already said that before. Just one me talking, and then one just reading the word. And then even then, because squirrel comes running across the room. Oh, hey, let's talk about this. So, yeah. Alright. After Jesus had said these things, he went out to his disciples across the Kidron Valley, where there was a garden. And he and his disciples went into it. Judas, who betrayed him, also knew the place, because Jesus often met there with his disciples. So Judas took a company of soldiers and some officials from the chief priests and the Pharisees, and came there with lanterns, torches, and weapons. Then Jesus, knowing everything that was about to happen to him, went out and said to them, Who is it that you are seeking? Jesus of Nazareth, they answered. I am he, Jesus told them. Judas, who betrayed him, was also standing with them. Sorry, thing popped up on the screen. Wow. Where am I? I am he. Okay. Um, Judas, who had betrayed him, was also standing with them. When Jesus told them, "I am he," they stepped back and fell to the ground. Then he asked them again, "Who is it that you're seeking?" "Jesus of Nazareth," they said. "I told you, I am he." Jesus replied, "So if you're looking for me, let these men go." This was to fulfill the words he had said, I have not lost one of those you have given me." Then Simon Peter, who had a sword, drew it, struck the high priest's servant, and cut off his right ear. Right off. The servant's name was Malchus. At that, Jesus said to Peter, I gotta lose that pillow, holy crow. At that, Jesus said to Peter, "Put your sword away. Am I not to drink the cup of the Father? Drink. This is going to be a hard night reading. Am I not to drink the cup the Father has given me?" The company of soldiers, the commander, and the Jewish officials arrested Jesus and tied him up. First, they led him to Annas. Annas? I think it's Annas. I'm not going to say Annas, but Annas. Since he was the father-in-law of Caiaphas, who was the high priest that year. Caiaphas was the one who had advised the Jews that it would be better for one man to die for the people. Simon Peter was following Jesus, as was other disciple. That disciple was an acquaintance of the high priest, so he went in with Jesus into the high priest's courtyard. But Peter remained standing outside the door. So the other disciples, the one known to the high priest, went out to speak to the girl who was the doorkeeper and brought Peter in. Then the servant girl who was with the doorkeeper said to Peter, "You aren't one of this man's disciples too, are you?" "I am not," he said. Here we go. Now the servants of the officials had made a charcoal fire because it was cold. They were standing there warming themselves, and Peter was standing with them, warming himself. The high priest questioned Jesus about his disciples and about his teaching. "I have spoken openly to the world," Jesus answered him. "I have always taught in the synagogue and in the temple, where all the Jews gather, and I haven't spoken anything in secret. Why do you question me? Question those who have heard what I have told them. Look, they know what I said." When he had said these things, one of the officials standing by slapped Jesus, saying, "Is this the way you answer the high priest?" "If I have spoken wrongly," Jesus answered him, "give evidence about the wrong. But if rightly, why do you hit me?" Then Annas sent him bound to Caiaphas the high priest. Now Simon Peter was standing and warming himself. They said to him, "You aren't one of these disciples too, are you?" He denied it and said, "I am not." One of the high priest's servants, a relative of the man whose ear Peter had cut off, said, "Didn't I see you with him in the garden?" Peter denied it, and immediately a rooster crowed. Then they led Jesus from Caiaphas to the governor's headquarters. It was early morning. They did not enter the headquarters themselves, otherwise they would be defiled and unable to eat the Passover. So Pilate came out to them and said, "What charge do you bring against this man?" They answered him, "If this man weren't a criminal, we wouldn't have handed him over to you." Pilate told them, "You take him and judge him according to your laws." "It's not legal for us to put anyone to death," the Jews declared. They said this so that Jesus' words might be fulfilled, indicated what kind of death he was going to die. That's heavy. Then Pilate went back into the headquarters, summoned Jesus, and said to him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus answered, "Are you asking this on your own, or have others told you about me? I am not a Jew. I am not a Jew, am I? Pilate replied. Your own nation and your chief priests handed you over to me. What have you done? My kingdom is not of this world, Jesus said. If anyone no. If my kingdom were of this world, my servant would... hold on. If my kingdom were of this world, my servants would fight, so that I wouldn't be handed over to the Jews. But as it is, my kingdom is not from here. You are a king, then, Pilate asked. You say that I am a king, Jesus replied. I was born for this, and I have come into the world for this, to testify to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth listens to my voice. What is the truth? Pilate said. After he had said this, he went out to the Jews again and told them, I find no grounds for charging him. You have a custom that I release one prisoner to you at Passover. So do you want me to release to you the King of the Jews? They shouted back, Not this man, but Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a revolutionary. Whew, thank the Lord we are through that. I'm sorry, that was a tough read. My eyes are squishing and getting dizzy. So yes, I was... don't lean over. Dang it. Alright. Moral of the story. Jesus good, world bad. I'm gonna let you go for right now, guys. I love you. Stay safe, and I will talk to you soon. Be good.